Quick little video changing out this contactor with an overload. This is the starter panel for this pump, which is running this tower. I'll bring you back when I'm done. You can see this overload has definitely been having some problems, and yeah, getting a little bit of that Texas barbecue going on here. The new one, I'm going to set the exact same on the amperage, which is right there. So another little quick tip: when you're working in panels that seem to have a lot of the same color wiring and you don't want to get it confused, use these little flags. So you see how this says 95? Well, there you go, 95, 14, 14, 96, 96, if my camera will ever focus, right there in the middle. And obviously tag your wires. I even wrote on here to power up this controls transformer. This one on L1, L2, and it'll really help you when you're especially working on three-phase motors. If the rotation was correct before, if you put everything back in the same spots, there should be no reason that you will have something miswired. And as long as there's no other problems, it should start right up. So when you're putting a new contactor with an overload on, this one also happens to have an auxiliary. You loosen up these screws right here, and that'll allow the overload part to come out. This one happens to be connected that way, so let's see if I can do this somehow one-handed, which is going to be probably difficult. Alright, so that comes out, slides out. Okay, so then your overload, put that off to the side. Now you have your auxiliary, because you can see the hole is buried back there and they do not give you much room. This one is buried down there, and again, they do not give you much room. So, which I use that word a lot. What I'll do is I'll kind of just gently, just real gently pop that off. Got the top part in, okay. And now the bottom part. I apologize if the camera is a bit all over the place, which is kind of hard to do one-handed. Pop your overload off. Now, you still don't have a lot of room to get that in there. So I'll bring you back, because this next part I'm going to need two hands for. Alright, so now to make this a little bit easier to mount, you'll look down there, right here. You knock that little pin. Sorry, let me switch hands here. There's a little pin right here. Knock it down. There's one on the top too. Right here. You move that up as well. And then the contactor comes apart. There is a spring, so be careful. Apologize if you didn't catch that part. So knock that pin, and then that top pin, and then it gives you some pretty decent access to get in there and mount this thing without destroying everything. As I said, there is a spring on the back, and that is the armature part of the contactor.